Okay, I've written down the equations for the branch point at A and for the loop DCA. Okay, at A we have current I5 coming in, currents I1 and I2 going out. So right there is the equation for the branch point. For the loop DCA, we're going to encounter I4 in the opposite direction. So we're going to have a negative I4 times the resistance here. Now you should probably have a copy, and you should have probably written down the resistances for quick reference, but that's 25 ohms. So here we have negative 25 ohms times I4. And then here it's going to be negative 15 ohms times I1, and then a 10 volt drop between here and here as we come back to D. And that's all got to add up to 0. Now you go ahead and fill in the other two branch points, and I'll do the same, and loops, and I'll do the same off camera, and we can make, you'll have something to compare with. Okay, so we see here's our circuit, and we're going to check out branch points D and C and loops, well, the loops DBC and CBA. Okay, so first, branch point at D. We have I4 coming in, we have I6 going out, we have I5 going out. So we have I4 minus I6 minus I5 equals 0. At branch point C, we have I3 coming in and I1 coming in, I4 going out. So it's I3 plus I1 minus I4 equals 0. Okay, loop DBC. Here's D, and around here to B, down to C, and of course we'll come back to D. We have no voltage drop between D and B because there's no resistance in that particular part of the circuit. Okay, that's kind of it's not exactly a short circuit because it doesn't come back to the source, but it kind of bypasses part of this loop. Okay, so we have no voltage drop here. Then we have I3 times the 10 ohm resistor. And let's see if I got that right. Yep, 10 ohms times I3. And we're moving in this direction around the loop, so we're going to have I4 times the 25 ohms. And that's going to equal 0. That's it for that loop. Meaning, if you think about it, that I3 and I4 are going to have opposite signs. So at least one of these currents is in the direction opposite the one I arbitrarily chose. Okay, again, that's no problem. That's pretty much unavoidable when you get into circuit of any complexity. You can't predict the direction of every current in most cases. Okay, then we have CBA. So that's CBA. It's going to be negative I3 times our 10 ohms. Let's see, I've got that. Yep. It's going to be negative I2 times our 20 ohms. We've got that. And then it's going to be plus I1 times the 15 ohms, and here we have that. So right there are our 6 equations. So all we have to do is solve 6 equations and 6 unknowns. Okay, simultaneous system, 6 equations and 6 unknowns, just like we have 3 equations and 3 unknowns here. Now, that's really straightforward, but you probably could profit from it, so I'm going to do another more or less optional video on where I solve these systems.